Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I'm your host, B. Jones. And today is the day before. The day before, we are bringing you our predictions and so much more. Little bars for y'all. But yeah, man, let's get into it. We got a big game, big game this weekend. I mean, and it feels like we got everything riding on it. Pause. But what do you guys? What are your feelings, man? What are your thoughts, man? How you guys feeling about this one?
I'm still recovering, so
it doesn't matter what you think.
I'll just mess.
After a loss, it takes basically a week for me to recover.
No, man, nope, we ain't got time. Hey, just like Lincoln didn't have time, you ain't got time to dwell in that loss, man.
Am I a coach?
Huh?
I'm not a coach.
Yeah, you're Lincoln's coach.
I wish.
We all been acting like it, right?
If I was Lincoln's coach, like, should be getting done.
But did you make him do some suicides?
I moved on pretty quickly. Saturday night came. I thought, all right, we took the L. Sunday's a new day. It's gonna be a new week. You know, let's fucking look at the fucking goal that's in front of us. We took one L. One L doesn't define us. So,
exactly.
You know, they have no choice but to move forward. They can't focus in the past. So they have to, just focus on Utah, take it one game at a time. Maybe this loss is the best thing that could have happened to us. And they realized, like, all right, shit, we got to make adjustments. Let's get this shit back on track, basically. So I'm not going to talk anything but one game at a time at this point. So I still think we have a good chance of, finishing the season strong.
Absolutely, man. Listen, it's the same thing we said last year after our first loss, right? And what they do after that. I had to really,
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay?
We don't freak out.
We gotta keep our composure. It's got too far. There's too much to lose. Keep our composure.
Yeah, listen, I had to calm myself down, take my emotions out of it, and really assess the situation. And I'm going to ask all you guys to do the same, fans. And shout out to Brent. What up, Brent? Just take all the emotion out of it and actually assess the situation, right? Our transfer O-linemen, they haven't played in this offense before, so, of course, they're going to look a little, they're not going to look as good as they did at their previous place, the previous school. They're still getting to know this offense. But luckily for us, we have options now to fix things. And Lincoln is exploring all of them from based on what he said. So he's doing, I liked what I heard this week out of him and the rest of the team. How about you guys, man? What are your thoughts on the interviews that were put out this week with the team and coaches?
It wasn't the same cookie cutter stuff. Like, there was some cookie cutter stuff in there, but like it definitely was more realistic and real in a sense. Like, he knows that the pressure is on. So it's a breath of fresh air rather than just the same old stuff as a normal coach would say, just to kind of give an answer.
Exactly. We did hear some coach speak earlier in the, more so right after the game, but as the week progressed, you start hearing the things that you would have liked to hear, at least, in my opinion. But from the player's standpoint, man, it sounds like they're ready to go. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Zion. I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to bring, because it looks like the game's finally starting to slow down for him. And I could say the same for Tackett too, man, based on his last performance. I still have some issue of the linebacker personnel, man. but we'll see how that plays out this game. But
I think I read something that Henson was open to make some changes on the O-line, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
So-
there's already been some names floated around, like the walk-on center O'Connor.
Yeah,
He's been
Killian.
mentioned. Noah, Alani Noah's been mentioned. Obviously Murphy, right? Obviously he's been mentioned in the past, but so yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if we have like a whole like the whole change basically. Obviously, left tackle will be left tackle, but I mean, that feels like everything else is up for grabs.
Yep.
We definitely missing Gino though.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And now it kind of make you feel like that Cortland Ford move
Right,
hurt a little more than we thought, right?
because he could play guard too, right? Did he play guard a little bit last year?
Yeah, he played guard and then moved out to tackle with
Mhm.
what's his name, the transfer from Virginia. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too for some reason.
Him. Sure.
Yeah.
Damn, what is his name? That is really bothering me now. Can't remember.
Lincoln said it in his conference today, but I can't remember it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haskins, Bobby Haskins.
Oh, Bobby.
There
Haskins.
you go. There you
I
go.
knew it started with a B.
Yeah.
Probably your way. That's funny.
Yeah, man. It's I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm way more optimistic than I was in our previous episode. So
I guess the thing that I just want to do, or that I'm just a little hesitant, is like I want to see it. You can say it. I want to see it.
yeah, absolutely. But it sounds like they are
They
finally
acknowledge.
realizing that changes need to be made.
Yeah.
And, so that's a step forward towards that.
That's all we've really wanted this whole time is just acknowledgement of the things that need to be fixed.
Yep.
I mean, I'm more concerned about the offense. In terms of like defense, I already know what they are. I think they're a little bit capable of playing better than what they've shown the first few games. But offensively, I know we can be way better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if Lincoln Riley makes the right play calling and helps out the O line by adjusting his play calling, I think we'll be all right. At the end of the day, we have Caleb Williams. We got elite wide receivers, in my opinion, and an elite running back. So I really think we have the weapons, to make some noise in the Pac-12 and potentially see how far that can get us.
Absolutely. See, my thing here is that not one of these O linemen can say that they didn't have the opportunity to make things right. I think Lincoln knew what was going on. I mean, obviously, he's a team every day. He knew what was going on with the O line, and he gave them ample amount of chances to get it right for themselves, right? So whatever substitutions happens, you can't blame Lincoln for that. We were like, what's going on with the play calling? And then you look at it, you take your emotion out of it and you actually look, well, if you were the coach and you knew your O-line wasn't performing up to par, what would you do? You have no confidence that you're able to run some of the plays that you want to run. Yeah, your playbook is going to be cut in half a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we saw earlier on, at least the past 4 games. So I'm expecting us to actually be able to dig into that, being that be it if the O-line is actually corrected. Then now I think that he'd be able to open up his bag like we thought he'd do against Notre Dame. So,
Yep.
definitely eager to.
This is definitely a get right game.
Yes. Not only is it a get right game,
Revenge.
It's personal.
yes, sir. It is very much personal.
That is true. It is pretty personal, especially after the comments that Cam Rising and them were saying after the Pac-12 championship game. They were clowning us.
Oh yeah. And listen, you saw our thumbnail there. Caleb's thinking about that. He's gonna have that in mind. All he remembers is that them hoisting up that trophy, and he remembers that score from that first game, that heartbreak. I'm sure they played that over and over. And in fact, I know that they played that, that clip for the players this week. So for the guys that were here last year, they're going to be extremely motivated. And the guys that weren't here last year are going to be motivated by, seeing what their teammates went through and the emotion that they have coming to this game. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. I think we're gonna go out there and kick some butt. One, Utah's pretty decimated. You know, they're limping into the Coliseum this weekend, man, with some injuries. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into it now, man. You know, I was kind of waiting on Tyler, but I don't know if he'll be here or not. But Tyler, if you're out there, hurry up, man.
One thing before we move on, I guess I want to like talk about. I don't know, one of you guys forward or put the stuff on the group chat about this Notre Dame fan taking a selfie with Caleb Williams after the game. Something I wanted to address. Whoever you are, if you're gonna put yourself in that position, and then your ass gets fucking smacked the shit out of you, don't go out there and be crying and trying to put a lawsuit. Because if that was me, I would have fucking knocked your ass out. If I was Caleb, you do that to me, I'll knock your ass out.
Absolutely.
Trying to act tough and trying to clown on somebody. It's all right to troll here and there, but if you're gonna do that to go to that extent, you know, make sure you own up to the consequences.
Wait, what happened?
Don't cry about
afterwards?
Nothing happened, but I'm just saying, I thought that was pretty disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So basically, what happened? Black Chance, the kid ran on the field when they were storming.
Yeah,
he was live videoing, and
Yeah.
he went straight to Caleb and was like, "Hey, where's the paint the nails or something like that?" I don't know exactly what he said.
Something
But
stupid.
Yeah.
He was all in his-
Oh,
yeah, that's basically what.
well, like I know that. I just didn't know something else out.
Nah, nothing happened, but
afterwards.
personally, myself, I wouldn't take that crap.
Yeah, like I was
Oh, for
wondering
sure.
if someone like laid him out afterwards. I know.
Oh no,
Caleb,
it definitely should have been a LeGarrette Blunt situation. I mean, if it was me, you would have
Oh
caught
my
a real quick 2-piece and a biscuit, man. But
Oregon versus
I would have been. I was
Oregon
fearing
versus
for.
Boise State.
I would have been like I was fearing for my life. What do you want me to do? I had to defend myself.
yeah, hey, but luckily for us, Caleb kept his cool about it, or just probably didn't even really.
He had a good comeback to it too.
But, huh?
He had a good comeback to it in his conference.
Yep.
Like he just wanted to walk in my shoes or something like that. Like,
Caleb, thank you for being better than me and Raul.
Yeah, because I would have laid his ass out. Look out here.
honestly, though, like the Notre Dame should probably apologize for that because that's just no fan should be coming up to an opposing team and doing that kind of stuff.
Actually, I was more shocked they even made it that far.
Yeah, because there was someone right next to him too. Like I think a security guard or something.
Yeah, they need me out there.
Yeah,
Caleb, holla at your boy, man. but yeah, man, that was very shocking. I mean, if Caleb would have punched him, what do you think the reaction would have been from the rest of the world, being how much hate we get?
plenty. Like because the moment that they found out about the nails, they just like got on top of Caleb. Like they were shitting on Caleb the moment that they found out that he paints his nails, and then the moment that he cried, they shitted all over him too. But the moment that he hit someone,
he's going from first round to undrafted.
they'll be like, "This man needs to go into prison."
That's basically the
25 years.
outcry, is what everyone would say.
They would try to crucify him, tell him that he needs to go to prison, like do all this other crap. They would run his name through the mud.
Now that's where he needs to be like, hey, freshman, come over here. Got to take care of business real quick. I got you after. Don't worry.
Yeah, luckily it was an away game. You know, the red shirts didn't travel, so you know that's when you.
If that was at a USC game, I'm sure some of the fans would have done something too.
Oh well, yeah, he would have got packed out for sure. But
like I would have done some. What is it called? Water boy to him.
Yeah.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Exactly.
That's where you got to put that. That's my
Bobby
quarterback.
Boucher.
What's that?
The audio. That's my quarterback.
Yeah.
Here's my quarterback.
But yeah,
All right.
man.
We should move on.
One thing I do want to say too, man. Trojan family, do not let the Reggie Bush thing die. If you have not signed that petition, go do that.
I'm pretty sure I
the
signed
media
it.
stopped covering it. They covered it for like 20 seconds. Let's not lose sight of that too. There's still a lot to be, still got a lot of fight left with that one, man. So go ahead and sign that petition if you haven't already. Man, I wish I had a link to give you guys, but yeah, man, it's not hard to find.
Yeah, it was sad when I went to when I was going at the home game at the beginning of the year. I went to go see the trophies and just still wasn't there.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, but yeah, we won't dwell on that too much this episode. That's a whole nother episode. We could do a whole episode on that alone. But yeah, then let's go ahead and get into it, man. Raul, go ahead and shoot us with your 3 offensive keys to this game.
Number one, O-line. We need to be much better on the O-line, whether it's the same players or new players, whatever it is, they need to get it together. Second, be play calling. Lincoln Riley needs to help that O-line. Obviously, it's not a strong O-line. We need to adjust our playbook to compensate for some of the weaknesses that we have in that line. Number 3, keep Caleb standing throughout the game. So basically the O-line, guys.
1 and 3 all the same. They all worse, but we definitely get the point, man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Guns, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll start off with the wide receivers. I think that's the key, is to get separation. I expect Utah to press a lot, given kind of the previous matchups that we've had. So that's definitely the first key. Second key, kind of what Raul was saying, is the O-line. Be more consistent, run and pass. Utah is only giving up less than 70 yards allowed in rush. I'm assuming that's not due to game script, because given how they play and whatnot, they're not blowing out these teams. So obviously they have a good run D. So this will be a good kind of test for us to see if we can get that going, and with Marshawn and Austin Jones. And then also what Raul said, play calling. We need to, just be more creative. I like, Zachariah, right? Getting him in the backfield for one play. And then, something I think we mentioned in the past, these like RPO plays with the tight end and whatnot, right? Where they're running to like the side and stuff. I feel like we haven't seen that a lot in the past. Obviously, we've seen the screens recently, but again, just being more creative.
Absolutely. Dr. Chan?
I'm going to sound like a broken record with everyone stealing my answers. So, but I guess get a rhythm. We did not get a rhythm last game. We were trying too hard to go for the quick, for the like over the top strikes. Caleb needs to get into a rhythm, just quick strikes, slants, screens. They're definitely expecting our offensive line to be poor, so they're going to be bull rushing us, and let them get to overcommitted with that. If they overcommit with bull rush, putting 5 on the line or 6 on the line or whatever, trying to get pressure on Caleb, think it over top of them and just go for that screen, and then they'll back off. And I guess that was like 2 at one time, but definitely it's going to be rough. Their defense is good. Like, here, just some stats here. Utah's total defense, 9th in the nation, 277 yards per game. Russian defense, first, 66.8 yards per game. Passing defense is probably their worst part, but it's still top 50, 44th for 211 yards. And we really need to be good on first down, because they're number 2 in the nation on first downs. Like, we cannot start 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. We need to get at least 5 good yards, whether it's passing or rushing, because those quick passes, like a slant to Dorian Singer inside, or even get Zachariah Branch slant on the inside and get him get him on top of a linebacker or something. We need something to make their defense more humble at this point. So that's 2. I guess 3. Lincoln Riley needs to control the game. Just needs to win the coaching battle at this point, because Kyle Whittingham's a great coach, great defensive mind. He needs to be able to outwit Whittingham. So that's all I got.
Well, that's pretty much everything said between everyone. No, but I mean, honestly, we have to beat the dead horse. I mean, as far as the offensive line goes, that's the only thing that needs to be done. We get great offensive line play. Everything else we ain't really too much worried about. We know we got the playmakers. We know Caleb is who Caleb is. And we know he's eager to have a bounce back game. So we get the offensive line doing what they're supposed to be doing. We're good. You know what I mean? And for me, that's all 3 keys. You know, because the offensive line gets going, then we can have more creative play calling. Right? And then we know Caleb is going to do his thing. I have no doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? No doubt in my mind that he's good, that he's going to have a much better game than he did against Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Regardless of what Utah comes with. You know,
He's going to have to.
Well, that was a one-off. He won't have a bad game like that again. Caleb's a dog. You know, that we know. So those are my keys. So defensively, what we got, man? Give me your 3 defensive keys, Ro.
D-line to apply pressure, make the quarterback, scramble. Don't let them get comfortable in the pocket. Just make them make crazy throws that could potentially lead to turnovers. That's number 1. Number 2, linebackers. Making sure that they don't over pursue on or that they take the right lanes. And 3, just keep fighting on. If we let a big play happen, don't focus on it too much. Get over it and just be ready for the next play.
Yep. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so my first key is be disciplined. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at us in terms of the offensive side. They don't have their starting quarterback. They've been going back and forth in terms of the backups. And even last week, they started doing Wildcat with a safety. I don't know if he starts for them, but he's a safety. He's not a running back, but yet he goes for 15 carries and 158 yards and 2 touchdowns against California last week. So
And 5 tackles.
Yeah, there you go. So he is playing defense. Yeah, so he's playing both sides. He's pulling a Travis Hunter over here. So kudos to him for doing that and whatnot. It sounds like they're not gonna shy away from that. They're gonna keep doing it until Whittingham says to stop. So we need to be disciplined. Second key, trenches. We gotta dominate the trenches here. This is where this game is gonna be won on both sides, obviously. So gotta dominate the trenches. And then thirdly, just make some sound tackling. Let's tackle the ball carrier and whatnot, and let's get them down to the ground. So those are my 3 keys.
Lucky Chan.
Definitely let their quarterback beat us through the air. Utah is good on the ground. They're top 50 in the nation on the ground, so we need to stop the offensive rushing attack by them. And Bear, this is our Bear, Keon, Jamel, all of you need to really hold tough because they do have a good offensive line as well. So we just definitely need to put pressure on that quarterback, but also stay, disciplined when it comes to their offense, because they already know that we're prone to big plays. So we definitely got to limit those. And definitely just be more stout on the rushing on the rush defense portion of it. Second of all, honestly, just discipline. We cannot get overcommitted with a lot of our upfield rushing, because that's how a lot of the times we ended up getting running backs running past us. That happened a lot against CU. That happened a lot against Arizona State. So we cannot overcommit. Honestly, our their real defense or offensive threat is not much. I just think that our DBs are going to really need to play a big part in this, because their tight end Yasmin, he's started to come alive in that Oregon State game. So we already know that they have really good tight ends year in year out. So
Hey, hold on. What's the tight end's name again?
Yasmin. Hey, don't clown him,
Hey,
because
look,
yeah,
I
because
ain't letting no dude named Yasmin catch no ball on me personally. I'm just saying.
hey, don't give their tight end any bulletin stuff, because you know how they like to. You know that they know that we are bad against tight ends, or at least we were. We haven't really had a tight end really do too much against us this year, so that's good. But definitely, just we know that they're going to try to do a lot of mismatch against us. So just the moral of the story: make their quarterback beat us through the air.
Exactly. And I'm pick up right where you left off, man. First off, Zach Branch is eager to get after these tight ends, man. He said it bugged him to a core to see these tight ends making big plays
Wait,
on him being a
Zach
bigger
Branch?
body. I'm sorry, Zion.
I was
Zion.
going to say I don't want Zachary Branch on defense.
I think he could do it, but yeah, no. Zion's looks like he's ready to get after it, man. Looks like he's ready to lock down some tight ends, man. He seems pretty eager to prove that he can, or to show that he can. So I'm excited for that matchup. But I want to see EG on the field, man. I'll be at the game. Don't make me have to come down there, Lincoln and Grinch. All right. I want to see Eric Gentry on the field. He just causes so many problems for offenses, man. Trying to throw over that guy with those inexperienced quarterbacks, trying to throw over Gentry to a tight end. It's not going to happen.
Honestly, we weren't the same without him after he got hurt.
Exactly.
Didn't
I'm in EG on the
USC
field.
football page post something about him being like the top linebacker for certain, like for something in the season,
Yeah.
right? Or top graded linebackers. It was something that they posted like a couple weeks ago.
Right. So him only getting 2 snaps last game is just, come on, man.
Yeah, it was the Arizona game where they like pointed out, he made all his tackles and did all these other things, and then the following week he has 2 snaps or whatever. It's like, what was the point of the post? I guess.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
Tech has been doing his thing. Tech has been doing his thing. But give me Shane Lee in there too, man. They're gonna run. They start going run heavy. Shane Lee needs to be in that game. You know what I'm saying? All year, man.
Quick question. Sorry to interrupt, but like with the linebackers, right? So normally we rotate in between series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I guess is it a benefit to maybe do it within the series? Let's say third down, right? You probably want a certain personnel right there in that third down. I don't know, just a thought.
Hey, listen, if it was me, yes, it makes all the sense in the world to get Gentry in there on a 3rd and long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not on
We're not there.
Yeah. but yeah, man. First key, we got to stop the run. That goes without saying. And more importantly, we did a very good job last game of doing that. So I'm excited. I don't see anyone on that roster being as good as Estime. So I'm pretty confident that we can handle in the run game, which make them, they're gonna have to. Well, we jump out to a lead, which I expect us to do. I expect us to score fast. And get up on like we have done in the past. They're gonna have to throw the rock. and they don't really have much of a quarterback. So my key to the game, period, is we got to jump out. We can't start slow. We jump out with a lead, we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this Utah is not built to come back from behind.
Exactly. So I think that's what it's really going to come down to.
If Cam Rising was out there, yeah. But no,
By the way, yeah. Speaking of, Rising is out for the season, dude. Like, just let's just have some common sense for a second. He blew out his entire knee.
Yeah.
Right. Every ligament, right? He blew out his entire
Was that
knee.
in the bowl game?
Yeah, that's when he got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait until he returns next year, man. Just dominates the Big 12, dude. 27-year-old, in college, just dominating fools.
What is he, like, what, 23 right now?
I don't know how old he is, but yeah. I'm sure he's
Off topic,
very close.
who's going to be the best teams in the Big 12?
CU.
Next year? Oh, that's a good question.
It'll be CU.
Yeah, CU, Utah.
You don't think Shador leaves this year?
No.
No, his dad's telling him.
His dad already said it no. I don't think you should. I think you should.
I saw that he was projected to go first round.
Yeah. And next year he'll be the top dog.
But his dad, Prime's definitely going to keep his head on straight because he's not ready right now.
And his dad wants him to help him build that program up.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they definitely need a quarterback because I don't think have they been recruiting any quarterbacks at this point? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I saw today that they're recruiting. I saw 4-star.
Yeah, just seeing visits and stuff. Nothing like solid or anything.
But for 2024 or 2025, that's the
2025. I've seen 2025.
So then they really need him next year. Then.
Yeah,
I mean, by 2025, I think that Colorado hype is going to be gone. This year is just.
Oh no, the hype's already gone.
I'm gonna push. Well, yeah, as far as the hype, it's not gonna be like it was this year. Just like we didn't have the same hype. The luster is gonna die down. The new coach luster is gonna die down a little bit, but
it kind of makes me sad that we didn't kill the hype. That Stanford was the one that killed the hype.
Yeah, that was just crazy in itself. But yeah, I mean, Deion's he's gonna build that roster for sure. I mean, there's no question about that. So they're gonna be all right over there, man.
All right, we're off topic now.
Yep. I don't even know how we got there, but what we got next, man?
Halftime?
Yes, halftime. So
I got some questions for Guns.
What's that? Go ahead.
The only thing I really have is reminder tomorrow. Isaiah Rubin is going to be committing, I believe, at like 1 p.m. or something Pacific time at his high school. So just be on the lookout for that.
What position is he?
DB. So he's replacing Dakota Fields in terms of the class. Yeah, so I haven't heard anything otherwise. So he should be a Trojan after today or after tomorrow. Sorry.
Who's the
who did you say?
Three.
I know who Isaiah Rubin is, but I don't know who the Dakota Field is. Who's that?
Oh, he was at
some kid who decided to go to the Zeros. Yeah.
Wait, are you serious or just messing around?
He's got to be.
Oh, okay. I was like we were pretty hurt by him leaving. So wait, where's he out of?
DK, I got love for you, man, but you scarred us, bro. You hurt us bad with that one, man.
Where is what's his name again?
Isaiah Rubin?
Yeah, where is he out of?
He's
Los Alamitos,
right?
Yeah. Los Alamitos is a pipeline now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But
let's see. He better commit to us tomorrow. We're gonna be saying that. So hopefully there's no surprise.
Has Oregon been recruiting him?
Say it again.
Is Oregon in the top 3 for him?
Yeah. The top 4 is us, Utah, Oregon, and Washington.
Okay.
Or UCLA. I can't. I'm having a.
Every time I hear Oregon is
let me see if I have my
with
notes.
us makes me nervous.
I don't even know if Oregon's heavily recruiting him though.
Yeah, I don't. From what I hear, it's not.
But see, you know what they like to do though? They just like the moment that we see someone that we like, oh yeah, you know what? We want him too.
Yeah, so it's UCLA, not Washington. Sorry,
They're just petty, and they're like, okay,
Not worried about that one at all.
you want him? We'll take him too. We'll throw $1 million at him and not even have him start. So
Like you can't. Respectfully, I'm gonna have to cut it there. I don't want to talk about them.
hey, I'm just
I
saying.
don't want to talk about them. F
I
them,
don't
bro.
care. Like I'm just saying that's what they like to do against us. Like you may not want to talk about it, but that's what they do to us. That's why
I mean,
they're
can you
a
blame
big
them?
thorn.
Can you blame them if we're not going to play ball there that way?
Yeah.
Then,
But
hey, you know, that's
yeah,
that's
like
that's a problem to deal with. You know, can't even be
question
mad
for
at
you
them for that.
guys though. Draylon,
Oh, that's right.
what's the word about him? Because I know he reopened up his recruitment, and him and his buddy Ty Anthony.
Yeah, so Ty Anthony's still committed verbally right now to
Yeah.
A&M, from my understanding. But with
They're best
Miller, with Miller, it sounds like this decommit came right after an LSU visit. So it sounds like LSU's in the lead. But we are in talks, USC with him, Colorado, and I think Florida are kind of the teams in the mix. But it sounds like LSU right now is kind of the team to beat.
Well, listen,
They're not even going to have a quarterback next year.
I can definitely add to that and say that we're definitely in it. We're definitely in it from what I'm hearing, and we are. You know, we were right there at the first time. So
Was LSU there at the same time when he was committing?
Yeah,
Not really.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah, they were
we
they
were
were the
over
two
it.
teams.
Wasn't
but
it?
we were ahead of them too. You know, what I mean, and
Mhm.
to be honest, I mean, we thought he was pretty much ours. At one point.
Yeah, A&M came last minute pretty much.
Yep. So I mean,
That
and
bag.
all we got to do, man, honestly,
Just win, baby.
that's it. That's it. Just we win. Our fortunes with this class are going to change.
In regards to this halftime, since we're still talking about recruiting, well, like this is for everyone here. Do you think Riley will ever change his mind about recruiting and how we handle NIL, like after this year?
Well,
He's gonna have no choice but to kind of adjust if the, at least in my opinion, if college football is moving towards that and all the other top programs are doing that, he's gonna have no choice but to adjust. If not, we're gonna fall behind.
Well,
So-
according to Colin Coward, it's not Riley. You know, it's the boosters, and they're complaining about, Riley having his hand out, asking for money for facilities and asking for more NIL for this and that. Like, what are y'all complaining about? Y'all didn't know that's how you built the program?
Yeah, we need the facilities. We weren't doing our facilities were garbage. Like, we have to be top of the line. We have to remain on top of the line with everything. Like, we cannot be losing out to like Alabama, who probably doesn't have nearly the boosters as we do. So we have to be the top, and we need people to want to come to USC.
What it is, man, is they're so used to us just doing things based off being USC.
Yeah,
that's done.
They're still stuck in the past with Pete Carroll.
Yeah, simply put, that's done. That luster's lost its shine about 5-6 years ago, man. These kids don't.
I was gonna say you guys should have opened your mouth like 8 years ago if that was the case. Like them boosters, like you let Helton stay there for too long.
Yeah, you let.
If I'm the one, if I'm putting all that money in there, I better have a say and say I don't care who you hire, but get the hell, like get this coach out of here. Right.
So
he definitely damaged our brand by a lot.
Yeah.
So we gotta. Absolutely. I mean, all these young kids, they, like you guys mentioned, they didn't grow up rooting for USC because we weren't great at that time. At that point.
Yep. Just like Tyler mentioned, man, we're fighting with one hand tied behind our back, man. But that's always the case for us. Like, why aren't we tired of that by now? You see, that hasn't resulted in any championships since Pete Carroll. So untie our hands, man. Like, when listen, if we were playing the same ball game as everyone else, we have the number one class year after year. Who's not going to want to come out here? You see, we're always in the top 5 of everybody's final list. But ultimately, that bag is going to win every time.
Yeah.
You know they just have to
So
go full out, like just pretty much get rid of the old ways and,
yeah,
or at least adjust to them, because one, we already went out of what you call out of character, I guess, by hiring a non-USC AD, right, at the time,
good.
or coach, right? So might as well just, rip off the whole mandate and, let's adjust to the new college football.
And
Mhm.
yep,
My feeling is that that's what's happening, at least from the AD's perspective. I feel like,
yeah, Mama
I mean,
changed
that was one of her first things she said, right? Was like, I can't wait to get my hands dirty in this. So,
Yep.
I mean, there's gonna come a point in this recruiting where they're gonna have to make a left or a right. The left is make adjustments and improve, or take that right and continue what we're doing and fail, basically.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know, like Clemson.
Yeah,
But-
right now the only teams that we battle with in the Pac-12 really is or Oregon, and we're going to be going to the Big Ten where we're battling against Ohio State, Michigan, like we're Penn State. Like it's like Ohio State's going to be able to have this recruiting chip over us now, saying, hey, just because you come to Ohio State doesn't mean you're not going to be able to play at home. Like when he goes to California, like they're like, okay, well, we'll play it in California at least once a year against either UCLA or USC. So that's a big recruiting victory for them at this point. If we do not continue to change with the NIL, because I'm sure Michigan and Ohio State are paying their players out of high school, so we definitely need to step it up.
From my
Listen,
understanding, just Ohio State.
Just Ohio State.
Just from what I heard. I mean, who knows?
Okay.
Obviously,
I mean, Michigan's doing something.
they've kind of fallen, honestly,
doing something.
since the offseason. They lost these twins that went to Kentucky. I mean, they're I'll have to look, but top 10, right? Top 15. They were top 5 from going into the year, so they've kind of declined a little bit.
Just like us, too.
Right,
well,
right.
Michigan is in a little hot water right now, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yep,
What's this whole thing about stealing signs? Like, how is that a violation, though?
Listen, I think they're just after Michigan right now, personally. The things
really
that
are,
they've been in trouble for are very petty, but
I hate Jim Harbaugh, but the fact that they they suspended him for 4 games or 3 games for buying a player lunch or whatever, that's the most petty thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
That's like oh, hey, I'm going to give this player directions to the airport, suspend you.
Yeah, kind of feel like it's just a matter of time before they try to pin something big on Michigan. Maybe they didn't like how arrogant Harbaugh handled the situation, I guess. Same thing they did with us, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to see anybody go through what we went through, man. We'll see how it plays out.
I don't think we'll ever see that again. Just be
You
about
know
money nowadays.
I really wouldn't care, B. Jones, because no one cared about us, so I wouldn't care if someone else
That's a
goes
fact.
through that.
That's true. Even people in our own conference.
Exactly. Like, honestly, Oregon should have had that 4 years or 6 years ago when they had some stuff going on. Same with Tennessee when they got rid of what's his name, that head coach. They should have had that. There's so many players should have had, or there's so many teams that definitely did way worse than what we did and just got a bowl ban and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I want consistency. If they're going to ban us for that long, I want other teams banned. I want a huge audit on every team at this point.
That's fun.
I want a witch hunt. I want people going out.
You can lead it, man.
Yeah.
Becky Chan out there with the pitchfork.
Right.
Are we talking about Brent's comment right now, or is that overtime, or
What's that?
About the NFL thing?
Lincoln Riley and
I
NFL
put that.
thing.
I started out, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, before we get to that, I just want to mention one more thing about the recruiting. I mean, as far as us not getting lost in the sauce, man, I think it's time for uniforms too. I get it. the tradition, but one alternate would not kill us, especially if it honors like a past team or something like that.
But do
You know
you
what I mean?
think like a different color scheme is a
Different colors.
situation?
Listen, our scheme period is dope, and there's so much we can do with it to honor
I
our
personally
tradition.
would like a black uniform. I like black. I mean, I don't know.
Like I see the getting like a different scheme when it comes to like the jersey style. I just don't know about black. Like black is cool, but
I mean, look at your shirt.
And that,
is it a jersey though?
I'm just saying, it looks good though, man.
right. But my thing is like everybody's like, well, tradition. Well, every tradition starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's make a
See,
new tradition.
Brent.
Oh,
See, Brent
True, so
agrees with the black uni.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Brent, yeah, it gives up a good point with the baseball and basketball teams. They have black uniforms. I mean, why can't football?
Exactly. I mean, we don't have to be Oregon, that's for sure, but we have so
Right.
I mean, I get like I'd say maybe do that for maybe like UCLA or Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think like a once a year thing that'd be cool. Like like you're saying, I don't know about UCLA. Like kind of like the where we wear the home jersey.
the home, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But let's say Penn State for future years, right? Let's say
Exactly.
every Penn State home game or something, we wear
Penn
this.
State snow out
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
white
they're
out.
gonna come with the
Whatever
white out, we should wear black.
Right, something like
Something
that.
like
So,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I think that'd be cool. Just something like once a year. I think that would kind of get the kids going a little bit, you know.
Right. I mean, we have to do what we can as far as branding and
Right.
marketing, man. We got to get the brand back up. So
Hey, B. Jones, it is halftime. You already know what happens at halftime, man.
Yeah.
where's Tyler, man? He's gonna he's gonna be singing what's the Frozen song?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But as long as you guys
You
can
guys want to talk about? I guess we can wait for overtime since halftime's gone for a while now. But the preseason or the half of like the All Americans came out, or the first, second team for like mid-season All Americans. Caleb being
we'll say
snubbed
that
out.
for overtime, man.
All right.
But yeah, no, that's something we definitely should talk about. But let's go ahead and get into this third quarter, man. So the question is, with the victory on Saturday against Utah, will that restore the faith for the fan base? What are you guys' opinion on that, man? Start with you, Raul.
I mean, whoever lost faith in this team already after one victory, it's like, I get it. You're in your emotions like right after that loss for that time, but like if you really lost faith once the week went on, it's like, come on, guys, it's just one loss. Like, don't overreact.
Oh,
It's just
no! We suck again!
so it's just one game, right? So like, still plenty of the season left. A lot of top teams. I think that if we win Saturday, it's definitely a start, in the right direction. But to those fans that have lost, or that or completely lost faith, like rethink your position, because I still think we have a lot to play for. We still have a solid team. We just got to make some adjustments, and it starts with Utah this Saturday.
Absolutely, man. It's time to get it going. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the answer is yes, but kind of like we're all saying, victory shouldn't like restore. It should have never really lost, in my opinion. Obviously, we wanted the undefeated season, right? We have Caleb, we have all these guys and whatnot. Last year in the Pac-12 would have been great, but we lost a non-conference game. Got our conference right in front of us, which leads us into still what we want, right? Which is that CFP trophy. So just need to take care of business and we'll be fine.
Black Chan.
So for the I don't know if the hardcore fans have officially lost it. I don't know. Like some people that I've seen consistently kind of are been a little bit down on it, especially with how poor the offense has looked for the past few weeks or so. But for the casual fans that are kind of like in and out the I think maybe, or they're waiting until the Washington game and the Oregon game, because the way that I look at it, though, like from someone that's not a hardcore USC fan, they know that they're just like a week by week basis fan. So the one week that they looked horrible, they're like the world's ending at this point. But people like us, we can actually see that it's not the end of the world. Like it's a hard place to go to, especially at South Bend. That's a hard place to play, no matter how good of a team you are. Ohio State almost lost there. If it wasn't for Notre Dame being stupid and having 10 players on the field, who knows? They may have gotten the stop. And it's just a hard place to play. So, yeah, just to the casual fans, they just need to be more a broader thinker rather than just going based off the game itself. So I'd say yes and no when it comes to will it restore. Like the faith has never been gone for the hardcore fans, but the casual fans, it probably has gone, and I don't know if it's going to come back anytime soon.
Listen,
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We gotta keep our composure. We've
that's
got
it.
too far. There's too much to lose. We gotta keep our composure.
Listen, we endured the Clay Helton era. We like, come on, man. Like everyone who's coming along now after the Helton era are the ones that we have the issues with, right? Those are the ones who are like, oh, nope, looks the same. Nope, we're out of here. And don't get me wrong, we've been very critical on this show about
CU.
What's that?
The CU game.
Well, just in general, we've been very critical about what we've been seeing, right? What we've been right here, right here, man. We never left. We never said we're going to stop covering the team. Of course, listen, Lincoln is very stubborn. Obviously, he's a very stubborn guy, man. We're just learning Lincoln, really. He's a stubborn guy, but now if you listen, at least for myself, I actually listened to what he was saying this week, and it sounds like he's trying to get things corrected. So I'm gonna say the same thing that I said at the beginning of the season to guys like Deion Montana. That bus, we shutting the door again. We're shutting that door again.
We got a nonstop drive to, what is it, Norman, Oklahoma, where OU's from.
Yeah,
you can join that bus if you want.
Exactly. Hey, Oregon's, they're accepting fans at this time.
Everyone's on that OU hype. So if you want to be on a team that has a lot of hype, go be with Oklahoma.
Yeah, we making cuts over here, homies. So, so you ain't with us, man. Hop off. That's all I'm saying. Because we know where we're going. We know where we're going. Lincoln's got to listen. Lincoln is only 40 years old. That's young in coaching years. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of potential. No, he's not perfect, but we knew that already. And Oklahoma fans definitely let us know that he wasn't perfect. Every chance
not only that, but it's his second year. I mean,
that too. He's still building.
It's like we're still building the depth that unfortunately Clay Helton put us in, especially on the offensive line. It's like we've been filling in, we've been patching those holes with the transfer portal, but we gotta build that depth. That way we don't rely too much on that transfer portal. So
exactly.
It's like as much as I would have liked to win it all last year or win it this year. Like I still believe we can win it all this year if we make the right adjustments. When he first came, I said, okay, it's gonna take maybe 3 to 4 years to be in the college football conversation. We were there last year. So it's like we're way ahead of schedule.
Exactly. I know it's easy to lose sight on that just because the expectations and the potential of this team. Like you see, like, wow, this offense is incredible. Look at our running back. Look at these receivers we got. Look at our quarterback, our Heisman, our shiny Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Defense still a work in progress, but look at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? It's all there in front of your eyes, and you're like, "Whoa, look at it!" But it still takes time. These guys are coming in from everywhere else. You know what I mean? We have to build our team out of the transfer portal because we're not recruiting high school players like that, right? So these guys there have to unlearn first what they already been taught, and then learn this system that we got going on over here. So that could be a little confusing, you know, try to break old habits at that. So of course they're not performing like they was last year, you know, these players that we brought in. And then it's there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, you know what I mean? So it's not going to look like what we would think immediately, but there's still time. And I fully think that, you know, now is the time. Just like let's take Tacky Curtis, for instance, right? It seems like he's starting to get it now, right? It's starting to click for him. But did we not say that earlier in the season? Around week 6 or 7 is when it starts to click for new guys, right? Same thing applies for transfers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're fully getting into the swing of this system. Now we can play full speed because we're not as confused as we were. And especially like on the defensive side of the ball, where things are simplified now, right? That's the report that we got, that things are going to be more simplified. Now they can fly around. Now they're not second guessing, right? Because I mean, to be honest, Grinch's scheme is very complicated, and it's a little too complicated at times. So, yeah, there's reasons to why we've seen what we've seen up to this point in the season. But I get it. You know, there's a lot of hope for this season just based off roster talent alone. And everyone kind of lost sight of the learning curve that needed to take place first before they could start performing, including us, you know, myself included. You know, I'll be the first one to say that because we get so excited and we're very passionate about our team. So, you know, you're like, hey, why aren't you reaching the potential? Hey, do what you're supposed to do. Work. Like, you know what I mean? So
I think it's just this new era though too as well. I mean, like while you were talking, I was looking at Nick Saban's record. I mean, the guy didn't win until his third team. Like, it's just this new era where everyone wants to win right away. You know that, like, what is it? 7 seasons so far coaching, right? I believe total. I mean, it took Saban 2 college teams, an NFL team, and then come back to college just to win. So, yeah, I think it's crazy sometimes the criticism that he gets, you know, for not winning the big one yet. Just like the guy, 7th year, you know. So
Don't forget he needed the NCAA to help him out.
that's all. They don't want that conversation, bro.
Even Kirby Smart took a while to win as well.
Yep, that's a great point, though, Guns.
Now that you bring up
Kirby for not having your full undivided while I was talking, you know. No, I'm just kidding. That's what you know. That was a great point.
No, but now that you bring up Bama and Georgia, like if you look at their transfer portal rankings, they're pretty low because they don't need to fill in those holes. They already have those replacements there. So,
they got them out of high school. Number one class after number one class. The people that are in the portal are coming from there.
Yeah, so keep in mind that, you know, keep that in mind. Like Lincoln Riley has to patch those holes while, you know, he builds his roster. Once he builds his roster, he's only probably going to be picking the top players that may enter that portal, right? That can be a true difference maker, like Caleb Williams or
Bear.
Was it Jahmyr Gibbs that was there maybe like 2 years ago or something like that?
Yep.
When he went to Bama.
Keon Coleman's another one that we should have got. I mean, I don't think we were really in the running, but
just like stuff like that. So it's like,
right,
to all those fans, you know, get your faith back in there because we're like way ahead of schedule and we still have a chance this year to, you know, make some noise.
Get back on the train or before it leaves you.
You better do it now because we're not accepting you back. Hey, we're looking at these names in the Bleacher Report app there in the community. Yep, we're taking down names. We're calling you out just like we did Dion. We're calling you out, man. All you bandwagoners.
Do you guys want to move on?
Maybe. Yeah, we can move on. So, fourth quarter. Let's get into these conference game predictions, and then we'll get into outside the conference, man. So let's start with the conference games, and then we'll end it with our own game. You guys are scoring prediction. Excuse me while I get these games up here. Let's see.
The first game, we already know what Roar was going to say.
So first game we're gonna mention is Washington State and the Zeros. Bro.
Who?
I'm just gonna call it for you, man. I already know where you
No, I mean, realistically, obviously, it's in Eugene.
Yeah.
I don't see them losing the game as much as I would want them to lose. I don't see them losing. I am checking who's going to be their Week 9 opponent. They play Utah Week 9. With that in mind, they might look ahead and make it a little bit more closer than that spread. It's showing, I think the spread is like 19.5 or something like that. So I think Washington State covers the spread, in my opinion.
Okay.
Oregon wins, but Washington State covers the spread.
Fair enough. Guns?
Man, I was really hoping you were gonna say Washington State because I would have joined you. So I guess I'm gonna be the solo. I can't stand Oregon anymore. So I want them to lose every game pretty much. I just want them to just lose. So I'm on Raul with you on Oregon. F them. They can go. Yeah. So give me Washington State. Cameron Ward to throw for 5 touchdowns.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll be nice. So I'm going to pick Washington State to cover on my weekend gambling.
Hey.
And if they win the game, even better.
And that game is going to be 12:30 on ABC. So just a little preliminary for our game, undercard.
But honestly, now that – hold on. Before we move on, I actually want Oregon to win. We need them to win.
That is true.
Because we need their help now to potentially, make it to the college football playoffs if we get our act together. So as much as I dislike Oregon, I probably want them to win now until we face them.
I thought I'd never hear.
I know, like, are you sick?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices, for the bigger prize. So I'll take one for the team and root for Oregon this week, I guess.
Oh, man, you went as far as saying you're rooting for them?
I mean, I need them to win because
I know.
Rooting for them. That sounds like you're going to be there with your
You're going way over the top now.
No, I'm not rooting for them. You get what I'm trying to say. Don't
a green foam finger and
No, don't go there.
All right, Blackie Chan.
So we do need them to win, and Washington State they started off real hot. Like I thought they were going to do something a lot more, like beating Wisconsin, beating Oregon State, and then falling flat against UCLA. I picked them to beat UCLA, and what the hell happened against Arizona State? Arizona. Like Fafita is, like, I don't know. He could be like the 4th or 5th best quarterback in the Pac-12 right now. That man's just balling out. But Cam Ward hasn't looked like he did last year. He hasn't. So as much as I would love to see Washington State beat Oregon, I just can't see it happening right now. I don't even know if they will cover because Arizona beat Washington State 44-6, and it's kind of crazy to think that we were crapping all over Arizona, and now they're 4-3. So maybe that overtime win wasn't a bad win at this point because Fafita is kind of like, I'm on the hype train of Fafita at this point. Like, I'm committed to him, so I hope he keeps proving me right. Maybe next year he'll kind of diet on that, but who knows? But yeah, I'm picking Oregon to win, and I actually think that they cover the spread. So
Holy shit. It was 44-6. I didn't even know that.
yeah, 44-6 against Arizona. But now we can't really say it's against Arizona because Arizona, without Jaden Delore, the moment that they got Jaden Delore got hurt, I think that was a blessing in disguise for Arizona because Fafita has just been killing it with Cowing and T-Mac. So
Listen, I told you guys, man, after they played us, I was like, wow, that team is definitely better than what their schedule says, man. They figured some things out, man. They're rolling right now.
could you imagine if they would have stayed, if they would have started Fafita over Jalen Delore or Jaden Delore or whatever? I can't remember his name anymore. So
Could you imagine if we started Sam Darnold over Max Brown? It's the same situation.
Well, that first game though against Bama was a lose-lose situation. Because didn't we start him after that game?
All right, we can get in. We got to get to these games.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Listen, I agree with it. You know, pretty much what everybody said. If this game was in Pullman, I would give them a better shot of pulling off the upset.
Yeah.
But being that it's in Austin, I don't know, man. Yeah. But Cam Ward is going to give Oregon some fits, in my opinion. Their DBs are okay. Their secondary, I'm not overly impressed by them. But Washington State's got – it depends on which Washington State we get, man. If they play like they did earlier in the year, they can give Oregon some fits, man. I think they the game will be a little closer than what we may be thinking.
I think Washington State might have been, looking into next week with Oregon.
That very well could be.
I don't know about that because were they looking 2 weeks ahead of UCLA and Arizona then?
I mean, not that, but what I'm saying is like Oregon's a huge. I'm pretty sure they circle that game.
Yeah.
Season. So, like, I know I'm a big believer in that sometimes teams, they think they underestimate the opponent and think they can just walk to next week without, having to actually play. So, I mean, I don't know. Washington State is still, in my opinion, still a solid team. I think they'll keep it close.
Yeah, they have a good defense, but it's just, I guess they're suffering from what happened with us this year. Also, like they're starting to play down at this point. But
yeah,
I really
I'm just mad now that fucking Lincoln Riley has me fucking having to root for fucking Oregon to win. Like, had we take care of business, I would have been like, forget Oregon. They can get embarrassed out there.
You can't even stand yourself right now. Listen, man. Like Jay said, man, they did beat them last year. Washington State did.
Or they almost beat them last year.
Yeah, my bad. But listen, Jay, they playing at Eugene though. That's a whole different ball game playing in Eugene. I don't know if Washington State has the chops to pull that off, man.
Yeah, fight on USC, Jay. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. So we're rolling to our next game. We got Arizona and Washington. I'm sorry, Arizona State and Washington. Go ahead, Raul.
All right, here's gonna be my big prediction. I'm just messing with you guys now.
Okay.
No. Washington. That's all I got to say at this point.
Yeah. All right, Guns.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read something real quick for you guys. So the series history: ASU is 22-17 against Washington all time with wins in the last two. That includes the 35-30 win in Seattle. The UW, they led the series 15-8, but ASU's won 13 of the last 15. So ASU's been dominating the series for the past 15 years. 15, yeah. So Washington better show up Saturday night and obviously, and not let history repeat. I don't think that will be the case though, but something that I found out that was very interesting when looking into this game. But yeah, still got Washington.
Right. Blackie Chan.
Who's their quarterback? I don't know.
Cam Scatterbo.
But I don't know. It's just like maybe they are maybe they are coming down from a high against Oregon. They're like, yeah, we just beat Oregon. Now we're on top of the world. Everyone picks us to be the favorite to win the national title now, and panics for Heisman. I'm rapping on the sidelines and all that stuff, and maybe they just are asleep at the wheel at this point because they think that Washington is going to. I mean, Arizona State's going to just roll over and die for them because they're. If anything, they really are looking past two teams right now to USC's in 2 weeks. So who knows? Maybe they are falling asleep. I don't know. And Arizona State has been keeping it close for the past few games.
Maybe if it was in Arizona State.
Yeah, if it was in Arizona, yeah, maybe they could. Do I really want to be that guy?
Go for it.
Nah.
I had my finger on the trigger. I was ready.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think Arizona will keep it close for 2 quarters, and then they'll just pull away after the half. So
Okay.
I think maybe Arizona can keep it close and maybe not lose, or they can beat the spread. I don't know. Washington. We need Washington to win anyway, so.
Yep. I will say though, this is a 7:30 p.m. game on Fox. So Pac-12 after dark, crazy things happen, as we know.
Don't go to sleep at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, no, it's Washington. Yeah.
I'm hyping up.
Nothing special here, man. There's nothing special going on with this. I just can't see it happening, man. They're pretty one-dimensional over there at Arizona State.
Scatterbill should be suspended. Did he get suspended for that game? I don't know.
I don't even know. But, all right, let's move on to the next. We got the ruins and the trees.
Hey.
Bro,
This one I could potentially see Stanford actually pulling off an upset. They've been looking, at least they look better this last game. I'll go UCLA.
wow.
I know, right?
Bro, Oregon.
Hey, at this point, like I'm just looking out for my team. It's like we need all the style points, all the top. It's just like, fuck, man. It's like we need a top ranked UCLA team come November. So
is it safe to say that anyone else that's left on the remainder of our schedule, you're just going to pull for that team?
unfortunately,
All right.
until we face them, right? So
Right. All right, Guns.
Yeah, so I'm definitely intrigued about this game, given Stanford's heroic comeback last Friday against Colorado, being down 29. Something that caught my interest or caught my eyes, was that both teams only have one conference win. Kind of shows maybe their non-conference schedule, but I think it's going to be a closer game. It's a night game, in Northern Cal. But still, I think UCLA pulls away. They have better talent. So,
Okay. Blackie Chan.
See, Stanford had a great comeback, a really great comeback, but that's against Colorado's defense, who is right now 129th out of 130 teams on total defense. They are hot garbage. They are hot garbage. So if you're going to come back in dramatic fashion, it's going to be against CU because their defense is just trash. Even with trash. I almost called him
Trash Hunter.
I almost did that. Travis, if you see this, whatever, you're not trash. You just had it was your first game back, whatever. I think you'll still be good. But they average about 437 yards a game on defense. That's insane. Like they've given up 3,300 yards, like in total. They allow an offense 6.21 yards per play.
Black and Shannon, I love it that you somehow find a way to fucking clown on Colorado or shit on them every week.
Every week.
and every podcast I always claim I'm a CU fan too.
I grew up going to see games, but
the hype ruined the team for me, and I'm sorry, CU, but yeah. I was hoping no one would point that out.
Hey man, we talking about UCLA and Stanford, bro. What is going on here?
Oh wait, are we?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I mean, you're
okay,
right,
wait. I was contributing that to Stanford. I was saying Stanford looked good because of CU's defense is garbage.
Yeah.
So trying to say that Stanford has a chance against UCLA is not a good. You can't gauge that game against CU against UCLA. UCLA's defense top 20 in the nation right now, so I expect UCLA to dominate them.
Okay.
Sorry, like it was coming together. It was a roundabout way. I was pulling a Taj Washington, taking the roundabout.
You definitely took the long route,
but I got there.
But, all right, so this game is actually at Stanford. It's another after dark game.
But you're still picking UCLA.
Yep. That defense listen, I think Stanford figured out some things, but like you said, that was against a team that should not be named. It was named enough here, but yeah, no, that was against CU's defense, man. But UCLA's defense is far better than CU's, and I don't think Stanford has figured out that much yet. You know what I mean? They're starting to get together over there, but not quite yet. So
David Bailey hit the transfer portal next year.
Yeah, man, come on down.
He looks unmotivated at this point.
That's because he's at Stanford. What do you expect?
Yeah.
He's focused on that degree, so he's like, I gotta get my degree so I can transfer out ASAP.
Exactly. It says in the books, man.
Quick thing for you guys here though, about defense. Do you guys know who the worst defense is in the nation? It's a familiar team.
What conference?
Stanford?
No, we played them this year.
Stanford? No, seriously, right? Stanford?
No, Nevada.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow.
Nevada gives up 510 yards a game.
Wow.
510.
Wow. What a defense, man.
They average, like a team averages 8.10 yards a play or a game. Yeah, a play. That is insane.
Yep.
That's wild.
Pretty bad.
That's wild. 510 yards.
How's it going, Anthony James?
Hey, what's up, Anthony James?
All right, so let's get into some games around.
Throw your predictions up, Anthony James. If
yeah, we're on predictions right now.
We're on Pac-12 predictions.
So we'll name the game. You give us the predictions.
I'm going non-conference now, I think.
Yeah, non-conference, man. We're gonna start with Penn State and Ohio State.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one.
So just a little quick note, that's a 9 a.m. game on Fox. So it'll be on as soon as you wake up from your long night of partying.
I'll be awake. It's 11 o'clock for me, so I'm fine.
Yeah, that's 9 a.m. PST.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to be at Ohio.
Oof. Okay. Raul's first. So.
If you guys recall, on the first ever podcast, I picked Penn State to make it out of the Big Ten this year. so far they're making me look good, but I'm hoping that streak continues. I have Penn State with the upset.
There you go. First, what's that? No, that was our first upset call tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
According to based off of the betting
spread and then the rankings. Yep.
It's an upset. Yeah.
No, we took Washington State. Don't forget that.
Who took Washington State?
That's right.
I did.
Yeah,
Five
Did you really?
TDs. Cameron Ward. Yeah, dude.
Oh, there you go.
5
Oh, that's
TDs.
right. Well, fuck the
Hey,
zeros.
hey, man. Cam Ward is a dude, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Cam gonna give them what they want. But yeah, Anthony James agrees. He says 31-28 Penn State. Okay. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so two top 10, I believe, defenses here. Penn State's number 1.
Yep.
Okay, but let's just read off their schedule, guys. West Virginia, Delaware, Illinois, Iowa, Northwestern, and Massachusetts. They've played nobody. The X factor here is going to be the skill possessions on Ohio State. If they can get separation and move that ball, which they have been recently, they're going to win this game. It's at home, but that it's going to come down to the skill position. So if they can do their thing, Ohio State would win.
Great execution there, guys. All
Like
right.
that.
So Penn State, I feel like, has the better quarterback. I think he's better than Matt McCord, or is that his name?
Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord. I think he's. I would choose
making up first
Aller over Kyle McCord, but the skill position, like you said, they have some good wide receivers. Like, it's Marvin Harrison Jr., so everyone would want him on their team. Like, I'm sure Penn State would trade 2 of their wide receivers for Marvin Harrison. So I don't know. Like, Kyle McCord he played a decent game last game, or a really good game, better than what he's been doing. So both top 10. Penn State's 1, Ohio State's 7. Ohio State's battle tested. I really want to pick Penn State. Like, I want to pick them, but I think based off what you were saying, their schedule is softer than baby shit. So Ohio State, it's at home. If it was at Penn State, I would pick Penn State, but Ohio State. I actually like Anthony James's score, but vice versa.
Okay. For myself, I agree totally with Anthony James. And mug me down, put it on record, man. I think Penn State by a score.
I hope you guys are right. I hope they prove me wrong, because I like Penn State a lot.
I like their defense, even though they haven't played much of anybody this year. I saw what was coming last year of that defense, and they look to be up to par.
Yeah, but they
haven't played much of anybody, but Ohio State ain't really impressed me too much this year either.
True.
Yeah, but like, Ohio State put a hurting on Penn State last year. Michigan put a hurting on Penn State last year. I know it's a different year, but like, honestly, I was going to pick Penn State to win until Guns basically changed my mind.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, come on. Let's go over that schedule again. Iowa, garbage. Northwestern, garbage. Massachusetts, they beat them 63-0.
I hear you.
Like who?
Delaware, 63-7. Illinois, like, there has not been a team that scored more than 16 points since West Virginia, and that was week 1. Like, are any of those offenses in, like, the top 100?
Brent got a message for you.
Should grow up.
Wait, what?
Brent got a message for you, man.
I don't know. Grove hair, whatever. Brent, okay, so you have Penn State. Okay, how about this, Brent? We'll make a bet here.
Oh,
Ohio State
okay.
wins. It's not money. It's not going to be money. It's going to be slamming a beer.
That's
okay.
Okay. Even better. I would have said push-ups, but I like that one too.
Beer bet, yeah, fine, yeah. Like I'm fine with slamming a beer. I hope Penn State proves me wrong, but just based off the schedule, is just it ain't it. This is worse than freaking Alabama's schedule. Like Delaware, Massachusetts. I'm surprised they still have teams.
Okay. That's funny. All right, so listen. Regarding this bet, right?
Yeah.
It has to be recorded. You slamming this beer.
Oh, I'll do it on Sunday. I'll do well. Like if Brand,
so you already anticipate yourself losing?
No. Hey, Brent, you have to make you have to make an appearance on the show, on the podcast on Sunday for this bet.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Hey, and yes. Well, I don't know if we can do that live, but we'll post it on Instagram. The video will be posted on Instagram.
And Brian, you're lucky that Penn State's going to win.
Brent, do we have a deal?
He's thinking.
Brent.
He's quiet now. So
Nah, he's there.
Who needs to grow up here now, man?
There you go.
Send me a two-hearted ale, or Bill send you a.
Hold on, wait. Rick has to pick the beer.
Oh yeah, Rick will give you the recommendation.
Well, like I can't get USC's beer by then. Like
I don't know what he's going to suggest. He will suggest something for you in your area. I guarantee Rick has something that.
I hope he knows. Okay, so Brent says done. So you will be on the next podcast. You don't even have to be on for long. You just have to be here for the bet to go through.
There we go. All right, let's move to our next game. You guys heard it though. The bet is locked. All right. So we got. I don't even want to announce it. So we got UCF and the Laters, Oklahoma Laters. Yeah, I can think of that.
Have to go over this.
Man, this schedule they got, man, it's just.
Who UCF versus Oklahoma?
Yeah. Oklahoma's winning. I don't think UCF even has their quarterback back yet. So the Plumlee kid,
which wouldn't have made much of a difference,
right? I don't think it made a difference either. But
yeah, they're already out of their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. He was their quarterback 2 years ago.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, you should win that game. I'll just leave it at that.
Anybody calling you upsets here?
Wait. Let me just look at UCF. Like, who have they played? They lost to Kansas.
They lost bad recently, like really bad.
They even lost.
They're 500 right now.
They lost to Baylor.
Yep.
Yeah.
They lost.
Let's
move on.
Wait. They beat Villanova.
Who? The basketball team?
Yeah.
Or something.
Good for them. Okay, so 12:30 on NBC, we got Iowa and Minnesota. A snooze fest if I've ever seen one.
Wait, why is Iowa even ranked?
They got a good defense, I think. I think they have a solid defense at least.
And that's it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Range, we'll switch defensive coordinators. Give us
I wouldn't even pick Iowa's defensive coordinator. Screw that.
All right.
What game are we watching? Sorry.
Iowa and Minnesota.
We're not. Don't worry.
we can just bump to I think it's Alabama, Tennessee, and then
let's get to
Duke, Florida State. I think it is.
Yeah, let's go with the notable. So we got Alabama and Tennessee. So that's gonna be 12:30 on CBS at Bryant Denny. That's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So Alabama's gonna be home.
I haven't watched much of Tennessee, but Alabama hasn't looked great either. So I'll just go with Tennessee with the upset, just like a gut feeling.
All right. Robert's calling the upset. Guns?
Yeah, I'm just not comfortable with Tennessee on the road. Their last road game was against Florida, and Florida just dominated them. They played. I forget who they played last week, and they didn't really look good just
Texas
from
A&M.
on. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, on paper. I mean, Texas A&M's got some talent on the defensive side, so maybe that was the thing. But just something seems off with that offense compared to last year. So, got to give it the edge to Alabama.
All right. Well, one, they have no Brew McCoy or Wyatt. So, yeah.
True.
Blackie Chan?
Let's see, Texas A&M, Tennessee almost lost to Texas A&M last week, but then Texas A&M almost beat Alabama. So does that mean that Texas or Alabama should be able to beat Tennessee? Yeah.
I was told there would be no math.
I am not completely sold on Joe Milton as a quarterback. Like, he was great last year, but they had the Bullet in the Cough award-winning wide receiver in Jalen Hyatt. And no one really knew too much about Joe Milton after what's-his-name got hurt. I can't remember his name. What's the quarterback that was from last year's?
Hooker?
Yeah, Hendon Hooker. There you go. I want Alabama to lose because I'm tired of that as well. But then Tennessee will get too much hype. I hope it's like a 1-point game and Tennessee wins. So I'm picking Tennessee to upset.
Okay. Oh, Tennessee with the upset. Yeah, I'm not going that way. I think Bama's going to take it. It's a revenge game for Bama, like Anthony says, and it's at home. It's at Bama. Tennessee has not been looking great at all. Like Guns mentioned, I don't know. It's something about that offense is not clicking. And I mean, not that Bama's is much greater, but being that they are at home, got to give to Bama. I just don't see Tennessee pulling this one off, in my opinion. But you know me, and you know I would like to see that. But either way, I'll be annoyed by whatever team wins because they're going to get overhyped. That we know.
They'll be a top 10 team.
But yeah, I would prefer Tennessee to be overhyped than over Bama. But yeah, man, I don't see that happening. So moving on, we're gonna go with man, we don't have to pick that one. I say Texas and Houston, but pretty
Duke,
sure.
I think it's Duke, Florida State.
Yeah, Duke, Florida.
Yep, Duke, Florida State. That's Duke is 5-1, number 16 in the country. It's going to be the same time our game is going. It's 4:30 p.m. ABC, and it's going to be at Bobby Bowden Field, which is in Tallahassee, Florida State's home. Roll.
I think Duke is a solid team, and Florida State has looked shaky at certain games, so I'm gonna have to go with Duke as well on this one.
Oh,
Ooh. We're going all upsets today. Go ahead,
Yeah, whatever benefits USC, man.
There you go.
Yeah, so sounds like Riley Leonard's day-to-day. Sounds like he could play this Saturday. He got hurt in the Notre Dame game, if you guys don't remember. Last week, Florida State's quarterback, Jordan Travis, I believe, got banged up. I'm not sure if he came back in the game.
he did.
That's something. Okay. So that's something I was trying to find out if he was banged up or not. So, given that, I like Jordan Travis over Leonard, and it's at home. So give me Florida State.
All right. Jackie Chan.
Whatever is for the greater good for USC. So I would like to pick Duke. But what's his name? Who's the wide receiver again that is there? Keon Coleman. He is a beast. He kind of reminds me of DK Metcalf a little bit, but just taller.
I can see that athleticism. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Make a call. Which one?
Florida State.
Okay.
I wanted to hit it, but no.
Nah, no. I mean, if you want me to just press the button, sure, but nah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know if Duke can pull this one off. I mean, they've been playing great. Don't get me wrong, but it's at FSU, and I'm just gonna have to roll with the whole team on this one. I don't see them pulling that one off, although I would like them to. So no surprises here. No upset call from me. So we got Michigan and Michigan State. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Yeah, that's about it for our notable games for this week. We said Alabama.
What do you think the Clemson Miami? I mean, that's the only other game I thought was
sorry, I'm missing that. That's
Are they even ranked? They're not even ranked.
They're not, but obviously just program wise, they have some history, obviously. So
listen, I don't trust Mario.
All I care about Miami, it's what's the O line that we lost?
Mago.
Come on down, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it seems like the team is definitely they're not connected after that abysmal call that they had 2 weeks ago with not
then he blamed the players.
All they had to do was kneel the ball and they won the game.
Then he blamed the players for not executing.
That is insane.
That's who you want to play for, Francis?
That is crazy. Yeah.
That is bananas, man. Yeah, I don't see it. And it sucks, man, because to be honest, I like the U. I like when they were popping, even though, they did some dirty things to us over there, but I like when they had some things going over there, man.
Right.
I just don't like their head coach.
But yeah, Cristobal is I can't even say I don't like Cristobal. He was never really a big threat to me. I mean, we knew it,
Well, I guess I just don't like him as a recruiter.
He's a good recruiter.
Yeah, I don't like him because he stole from us.
Well, I mean, Oregon was doing what they're doing now before they was able to do it.
Right. You could see that he's gone down a little bit in recruiting because he doesn't have, Phil behind him. Yeah.
Anthony James, we have gone over them, but if you want, you can just put your predictions in there, and we'll let you know if we agree with you or not.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do our game yet, but basically all the others.
Oh yeah, we haven't done our game yet.
No, that one's the last one.
Yep.
Yes.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to our game. And got score prediction for our game, Raul.
Oh man, let's see. 38-21.
Okay.
Obviously, USC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 31-21 USC. I think we're still gonna have some struggles in terms of the O line. We're gonna move the ball, I think, better than last week, but yeah, that's just kind of the main concern.
All right, Lucky Chan.
Based off how horrible their offense is, I'm gonna put us at I'd say 38 to I think 20.
38-20.
Yeah, I don't think they even reached their average. So
okay. For me, I'm gonna go 42-24 Trojans. Yep. So that's it. What do you guys say? You see 38-24? Yep. I can see that as well. Didn't we have a overtime question or topic?
Yep.
NFL talk, right?
Yeah.
Brian wanted to touch on the Lincoln Riley to NFL talk.
Oh,
Wait, not that. Oh yeah, it is this one. Yeah.
all right. So, I'll give you my take on it. If there was a time for him to go to the NFL, if that's what he wants to do, now would be that time.
Yep.
You got a striker in the iron's hot, So, and if he did leave, I wouldn't be upset with him. I wouldn't be upset at all. He has goals that he wants to reach in his personal, in his coaching career.
Yeah.
So I encourage you guys, the fans, the fellow fans, don't get upset. Don't be like Oklahoma
Don't
fans.
be OU fans.
Yeah, I was really going to say that. Yeah, don't be an OU, okay?
Regardless of what happens, man. Either way, our even Mama Jim, we know that she's made great hires in the past. Look what she's did with for Washington. They're up and rolling now. So if that does happen, we're gonna be just fine. We got stadiums. I mean, we got facilities being built, NILs rolling. We'll be just fine if that does happen. And yeah, man. I mean,
I personally don't believe it either way, but if it were to happen, like you said, Brandon, it will be all right. Like
exactly.
we're in a way better position that we were a couple years ago. So there's going to be a bunch of coaches lining up for that opportunity if it were to happen. So I'm not too concerned about it.
Yep, Riley came in first year and fixed a lot of things that we don't even know, that weren't even talked about publicly with our athletic department. So if anything, we'll thank him, and keep rolling. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We all know that there's going to be those toxic fans, though.
Absolutely.
Every team has a toxic fan. But my question though is like, has there been rumors of teams that were being thrown around with it? Because if anything, if he's going to go to the NFL, it's going to be with Caleb Williams. But like, are they going to? Would the Bears fire their head coach at this point?
It's his second year in, so yeah, it wouldn't be a shock. But that's basically kind of what the rumors are. It's basically that he would follow Caleb.
Yeah, but like, so it would probably be to Chicago because Chicago's hot garbage.
Right.
Who else? Like, because what if Indy just completely crashes now without Anthony Richardson? Like
I can see a weird scenario that somehow this would be a weird one, but Broncos get Caleb, Riley goes to the Chargers, and then we get a new head coach.
I don't think. I honestly think he would want to stay with Caleb, but who knows? I don't know.
Right.
But if people get upset about a man leaving USC to go to the NFL, you got to put yourself in his shoes. Like, are you like? Sure, we all love USC, but if you were getting NFL money, that's different.
Exactly. Well,
I mean, I don't know how big of a difference it'll be money wise because
I was gonna say that as well.
He's getting paid pretty well out here, so I don't know how much more
access to the PJ.
But I feel like he would have more.
Actually, take a pay cut. I think actually.
Yeah.
But he would have more reins over it, I guess.
I don't know.
Actually, would have less, which I think maybe what he wants, because basically, like in terms of like defense or not defense, like just staff in general in the NFL, it seems like it's really done by the GM essentially,
right?
Yeah.
Where the head coach might have some say, but they're gonna do what's best in terms of that roster.
What would you rather deal with, recruiting a player and dealing with NIL, or recruiting a player from another team and just worry about like contracts?
Well, you don't necessarily have to do that. That's the GM's job too.
That is true. But
I think that's the thing.
Anthony James said Minnesota or the Rams. I would love if he went to Minnesota. Like,
I could see it.
At this point, they're kind of tanking right now because what's his name? Justin Jefferson's not playing right now, and everyone's thinking they might.
With Jay Jettas and Addison.
That'd be nice.
Woo!
But hey, fellas, I have to go take care of daddy duty, so I have to cut it short here myself.
No worries.
Right on, fellas, and beat the Utes this Saturday.
Right on.
And don't forget to talk about that Caleb Williams snub on the All American. I'll hop into YouTube right now.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I was looking at it.
Yep.
All right, see you guys. Fellas. Fight on.
See it.
Fight on. So another thing too is for me, I personally don't think Lincoln is ready to be a head coach in the NFL. You know, will he be eventually? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. He has
He's
so
still
much
really young.
right? But it's just little things that that he needs to shore up.
But yeah, everyone's always going to talk about that whole coaching tree with
Leach.
And what's his name from the Rams, and now the head coach for San Francisco. Just anyone that's under that coaching tree of Leach is always going to get brought up in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody that's young and has a high-powered offense, since McVay, that's what the NFL GM's been looking for. That's what they've been looking for. It's a very copycat league, professional sports in general. You see the same trend in the NBA.
They tried doing that with what's his name, our quarterback analyst. What's his name?
Yeah, Kingsbury.
Exactly.
So
how well did that
go? He hasn't won anything anywhere. So yeah, don't even. Hey, so if that does happen, please do not mention Kingsbury's name as a head coaching candidate.
Yes, please don't. I do not want him as my head coach.
No, he has not won on any level. I don't even know if he won in high school.
Probably not.
Honestly, I would like to go after a defensive-minded coach. I know you were saying Kyle Whittingham before, but maybe Michigan's defensive coordinator. He's pretty young and he's doing.
I want Georgia's DC. Sorry to interrupt. Georgia's DC, the Schumann guy. Last name Schumann, I think. He coaches linebackers.
That would be great to have him. Same with the defensive coordinator for Michigan. He's a linebacker coach as well. James Franklin would be number one. I don't know about that. Like, I think he has the personality to be okay with us. Like to be able to handle like the Hollywood style itself, but I don't know. Like he is a defensive minded coach.
As long as he hires a good old coordinator, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah,
it would be. I don't know. It'd be an interesting one.
It would be
he's done great. What he did at Vandy was pretty great, given what Vandy is.
He started rough at Penn State, though.
Right.
For a long time, but it's definitely a jump in competition playing for Vandy or being a coach for Vandy, and having a better recruiting option with Penn State. So,
and you just took over right after the the all that stuff that was going on, I believe, right?
I think Bill O'Brien did that.
Bill O'Brien and then him. Yep.
Was it Bill O'Brien or the?
Bill O'Brien.
No, West Virginia's head coach at the time.
Pat Rich Rod?
Huh?
Rich Rod or no?
Yeah, Rich Rod. No, that was Michigan. Never mind. He was the head coach for Michigan. Never mind.
Well, listen, fellas, I know Raul wanted us to get into another topic, but we are almost at 2 hours now. So I think it'd be a good time to wrap this thing up. So if you guys are going to the game, look out for your boy. I'll be there. Aside from that, you will see us again on Sunday, and we will be talking about the outcome of the game. And so before you guys get out of here, go ahead and hit that like button right there, and then go ahead and share that with a couple of your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, man, what the hell? I mean, what you waiting on? I mean, come on, you see us over here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You see, you like to have fun, man. You guys have fun right along with us, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on Sunday. So with that being said, fight on.